How would you look at it? Today is April 10th, 2020, and this is my 30th day in just about complete and total isolation from the rest of the world due to my predisposed condition called hypersensitivity pneumonitis, which I would invite you to look up on YouTube, and you will learn all kinds of things about this condition. And I am predicting that hypersensitivity pneumonitis will be the final diagnosis on all the people who have succumbed possibly to this COVID-19. They call it a virus. It's not a virus, it's a protein. But anyway, good morning. And I'm just going to run out here, say good morning to, Niles. Morning, Niles. Niles Crane here, folks. Niles has been a loyal follower of the Lemonade Network every morning when I get up. And there it is. There's the costume that I was going to wear at a dinner theater event where I was going to sing I don't know, Matthew Broderick thing that he sang in a Broadway musical. Nice work if you can get it. Yep, that was my song. Got old Canon set up here in the living room because yesterday I sat there and I recorded a session for Artsy Critiques today, Friday, on the Lemonade Network as Artsy Critiques. So we will be watching probably 10 or 15 minutes of a film called Fantastic Voyage, and we owe homage to Fantastic Voyage because it even contains some sequences filmed in Hollywood in 1966 that pretend to be inside a human lung. There's some real problems there with that theory, but whatever. So, 30 days, things change a lot. Things change an awful lot. And if there's my wings from being Clarence, and it was only a couple months ago, radio theater, what we did in Staten at Spotlight Community Theater, and the last performance, I was reading the part of Clarence, and they gave me wings. And of course, Clarence, typical of Clarence, the first thing I did was drop him on the floor in front of God and everybody. And here we go, folks. This is what it is like outside in Salem, Oregon today. We're going from spring to summer. I want to tell you, and you're just going to have to excuse all that southern accent bullshit that I do, but that's just what I do. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that sunshine. Ooh. Gracious me. Gotta get over here out of the way, so. Yeah, there's a view. Oh, I have new neighbors who moved in. Yes. The little SUV is mine. The big SUV is theirs. And there's my box on my patio. People bring stuff by and leave it there, and I get to go out and clean it all off with disinfectant and so forth and so on. So, and way over there is, I don't know, you can see his head, Fraser Crane. Good morning, Fraser Crane. Fraser's outside, Niles is inside. Of course, that's kind of predictable. Alright, I'm going to mosey over here to my dining room combination. It's just about, I kind of spread out all over the place here for this little show. And, yes, first thing we do in the morning. There's Acer. Acer's all ready, but Acer hasn't had much work to do yet on this project, and there's a whole pile of crap. And there's Jimmy Kemp from YouTube. And first thing I do in the morning is turn on CBSN to see how many people have died, I guess is why I do it, on my Roku TV set. And it says I'm not connected, so this is a little technical tutorial for people who own Roku TV sets and use Xfinity for their carrier and all that kind of shit. pardon the expression. Go down to settings, choose settings, go down to check connection, and it does. And sometimes I have to reset the modem, as you all know. I have Xfi, so it's looking. That's taking a little bit longer this morning. I may have to go reset that dang thing. Oh, there, no, it found it. Okay, what about the internet, guy? Did we get the internet this morning? We do! Yay! It's all working! And when you go back to the home screen, down to home, you got 7:22 a.m. at the top. That means that you are connected to the rest of the world. Good morning, world. And we're going to go down here to CBSN. That's where I usually start. Right before I fix my granola, and Freddy's didn't have any granola yesterday, so I'm going to have to look. Maybe Sarah can find me some granola someplace, but I hate to bother her because she is so busy, because she is the emergency management officer for the city of Salem, Oregon, and she is my daughter, and she is just swamped. Pray for my daughter. Pray for my daughter. Seriously, what's going on in the world? Live now.
Subject of immunity, what are we learning about whether once you've had this, if you recover, can you get it a second time?
It's a great question, and there was data that came out of South Korea that showed that individuals who had it tested negative twice, then tested positive again. So was it wrong test? Was it a false negative on the test? Did the virus reactivate? The answer is we just don't know. There's a separate study out of China, which I think was really illuminating, in that they looked at the level of immunity in the blood of people, and about 30% didn't have enough immunity after they recovered from the virus. And most of those were the younger ones who had the milder symptoms. So what does that mean in the scale of things? We just don't know yet. And those studies, while they're in South Korea and China, we need them to be done here in the United States. It's time now we started to do our own studies and had our own data so we can make the right decisions based on that data.
Amen. There you go, folks. We'll talk to you later.